Thank you for joining with me for another noon devotional. I'm recording this devotional on Tuesday, November the 3rd, which is Election Day. I'm recording it in the afternoon, so obviously I have no idea who has won the presidential election or any of the other elections. And like many of others, will tonight stay up as late as I can to see if we can know what the outcome is, and we may not know the outcome tonight, but we may. But be that as it may, today in my devotional reading, I was reading a devotional that really did bless my heart and speak to my heart in a very special way. And I'm looking at my phone as I'm talking to you. One of the things that I read most every day is an article that comes from James Denison, called the Denison Forum. And it comes Monday through Friday. It's a tremendous, insightful material that comes each day. And I'm blessed by it. And then in the article, it gives you some other articles that you can pull up and read. And it's just quite an informing thing. And I would encourage you, if you would be interested, the Denison Forum, you can subscribe. It's free. And I think you'll really be blessed. Today, his devotional, his article on November 3rd, Election Day, there was an article about the very first president that lived in what we know as the White House. Then it was called the President's House. On November the 1st, 1800, John Adams was the president, and he was in his first term. In fact, he was almost at the very end of his first term, and he was not reelected. He was defeated by Thomas Jefferson. But be that as it may, on November the 1st, 1800, he moved into what was known as the President's home. Today we call it, it's known as the White House. And then shortly thereafter, his wife, in the process of moving, his wife Abigail came. And of course, it was not anything like what it is today. And in the article, it tells some of the things about how it was back in 1800. Of course, everything was different in 1800. But Abigail prayed a prayer that I think is just one of the most beautiful things. And I just want to read you the prayer that Abigail Adams prayed when she and her husband, John Adams, moved into the President's home, the White House. She prayed, and I read, "I pray heaven to bestow the best of blessings on this house, and all who shall hereafter inhabit it. May none but wise men ever rule under this roof." Now, you know, I said in the beginning, today is Election Day, and of course, if I knew the results of the election, maybe my devotion would be different. But in a way, when I'm making this devotional, I'm glad that I don't know the results of this election. But whoever wins, that prayer would be a great, great prayer for all of us to pray, that God would just bless the White House, bless those families that live in the White House, and that God would give wisdom from heaven to those, not only in the White House, but in all places of elected leadership, that they would seek wisdom from God and follow what God teaches. And of course, part of that would be known by simply reading God's Word, the Bible. And you know, sometimes we think that we're just one person, and what difference would it make? Well, we have God's Word that He hears our prayers. There's power in prayer. You and I are not responsible for the results, but we are responsible for doing our part, and our part, at least, is to pray for our leaders, pray for their safety, pray for their protection, pray for wisdom, and pray that they seek to know God's will in making their decisions. Well, like you, it may be in the morning before we know the results of the election. It may not even be in the morning. It may be several days. Who knows? But be that, one thing we do know, God's still in control, and God hears our prayers. Let's you and I just do better in our praying. God bless you. Have a great rest of this day and a great weekend.